So yesterday we talked about Sweet Baby Inc., a highly corrupt and bigoted company that works with many AAA game studios. Very interesting how the AAA games industry has only become more greedy and more corrupt and more money hungry while they deliver worse products over the years that they've also apparently been consulting with companies like Sweet Baby Inc. Not that one party is solely responsible for all of that, it's more of a combined effort of scumminess. A greedy, gross corpo cesspool, if you will. I now present to you Grums, who says, Sweet Baby used fear, intimidation, and the threat of cancellation to get studios to make their games carry their political narrative. This is the founder's own words. And we've got a tweet here from Games Nosh with the clip that's about 20 seconds long, which we'll play in just a moment. However, I'd like to mention that the situation's actually worse than Games Nosh is presenting here. No slight at Games Nosh, let me just clarify. So, it seems like their end goal isn't really just diversifying games. No, their end goal is more arguably trying to coerce game studios into using consultation services and generating profit through that method. It's similar to how you see some B2B corpos trying to tell other corporations why they need to have mandatory diversity training classes, and it never actually came down to a genuine care about diversity. They use that as a talking point for a method of acquiring profit. The argument being that, sure, the corporation would lose money by paying for the mandatory diversity training classes of their employees that they force to take those classes, but then they get ESG points. You know, they look good to the ESG funds out there, and they could potentially then get some loans, et cetera, et cetera. That is, of course, a simplified explanation because I try to be brief on this stuff, and I want to move on to the clip, but just keep that all in mind.
If you're a creative working in AAA, which I did for many, many years, put this stuff up to your higher-ups, and if they don't see the value in what you're asking for when you ask for consultants, when you ask for research, go have a coffee with your marketing team and just terrify them with the possibility of what's going to happen if they don't give you what you want.
Like I said, essentially advising people to threaten their employers to use consultation services like Sweet Baby Inc. What a dishonest, deceitful, so many words you could apply there, way of going about business. Closing with some good news, the Sweet Baby Inc. Detected group over on Steam now has almost 160,000 followers. By the time you watch this, it might already be there. So let me know what you think about all of that stuff in the comments. As always, thank you so much for tuning in, and if you enjoyed this brief segment, please consider liking and or subscribing to the channel. I truly do appreciate your support, and I look forward to catching you in the next one.